Yo, what is up, everybody? It's me, Cody, back from Hustle Mode with Cody. Alright, guys, and I am excited to bring you the podcast that is happening today. Alright, and also, if you guys know me from my dad and I's brand, I guess you can call it, Join Daniel and Cody, I'm excited for you to be here. And even if you don't know us, or know me I should say, from Join Daniel and Cody, then I'm extremely excited that you have found this podcast, Hustle Mode with Cody. Alright, and I greatly appreciate that you are taking the time out of your day, or maybe you're actually walking your dog, or maybe taking a hike, or maybe just driving somewhere and you're listening to this. Whatever it may be, I do greatly freaking appreciate that you are taking the time out of your day to listen to this podcast. Alright, guys, with that being said, let's just get straight into this podcast. Yo. Alright, guys, it is back. We are live right now here on Hustle Mode with Cody. Alright, and today is a special day, I would say, because as you guys heard in the previous segment, you just heard, I should say, my new intro. Alright, so I'm not going to be creating a new intro every single time. That is going to be my intro for a while, and until I get sick of it, I guess you could say, and until I really get done with it, and I'll change it up. But for right now, it's going to be that. I like it, and like I said, we're just trying to improve what we're doing here at Hustle Mode with Cody Productions. Alright, coming at you live from Riverside, California, here in my bedroom, creating the podcast. This is Hustle Mode with Cody Productions. Alright, but let's just roll straight into this topic, honestly. Alright, because it's a topic that I'm very freaking excited about. I love to talk about, and I talk about it a lot, okay? Especially if you do follow our social media profiles, then you see this a lot, okay? And if you didn't know, we do have social media, all right? I'm saying we because my dad and I have our own little hustle. I'm not going to say a side hustle because we're trying to make it a full-time thing. But currently, yes, it is a side hustle, but we're working towards making it our complete and entire goal. And honestly, I'm going to start putting that out in the universe more. And that's going to be a whole nother live of law of attraction and different things like that. But for right now, we're honestly going to be talking about happiness. All right, because I don't know why, but I've been seeing a lot of content that has to do with choosing your future and different things like that. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I need to make some more content about chasing fucking happiness, right? Not the money, not the girls, not all this other bullshit. Chasing the happiness in life, all right? Because if you really think about it, if you boil down to it, I guess, life is extremely short. Before you know it, it's going to be here, and the next minute, it's going to be gone. So it's something that if you don't take advantage of quickly enough, then you're going to be struggling a lot. Okay, because if you don't take advantage of finding that happiness early on in life, then you're going to be struggling. And I mean fucking struggling with regret when you get into your 60s, 70s, and 80s to where you barely have 20, 10, maybe even 5 more years, That's just kind of like life expectancy. But honestly, it's crazy, and I'm beyond grateful that I found this out this early in the process, because right now I'm only 17. I'm hoping um another 70 years. It'd be cool to live on to 90. Um and I believe that I will be living for a long time, and I won't die of any medical problems because of the CBD I take, and I'm not going to talk about that right now, because I got to go into a whole little disclaimer because of the certain people in the government. But we will be talking about that a little bit later. And but yeah, right now, like I said, we're focusing on happiness and understanding that if you don't chase happiness in life and you chase materialistic things, for one, I see a lot of people chasing materialistic things and money, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to get fucked over. You're going to hate life, and it's not going to be something enjoyable that you truly want to chase after. All right? It's not something that you want to try and chase, because you will get burnt out extremely quickly, and long term, it's just not going to work out, unfortunately to say. And if you understand this really early in the process, like I do, you don't try and chase those things. You try to chase the long-term happiness like I do now. Like, I am extremely grateful for what I have in my life, where I am, the struggles I have, because trust me, I may be all happy and positive and cheery, but yeah, I struggle. I struggle sometimes. All right? It's something that we all face and experience. But it just depends on who wants to let that be a part of who they express themselves as. Okay? Because a lot of people think that, oh, this is my situation, I am bound to what I am now. And personally, I don't see that. I don't see, oh, like, my dad's not the wealthiest, I can't buy the certain things I want. I have to go out and work my own job. I have to do these different things that some may see as a disability, when in life, I see it as all part of the fucking process. Because I think long term, I know that everything that I'm doing now, this podcast, is going to pay off. And honestly, for when I first started this, I just did it to get content out, and now I'm actually starting to take it more serious. Okay, I invested $108 into my podcast hosting platform, and I'm not afraid to say that. Not afraid to express how much. And the gear that I'm using, I would have to double check as to how much I paid. I know it was over $100. I want to say it was honestly under, for sure, $200, but above $100. So, below $200, in the $100 to $200 range for this, the actual hosting platform that I'm using, Podbean. All right, it's actually, I'm getting more in tune with it, and I'll kind of talk about Podbean in a bit. All right, and let me just get this out. They're not sponsoring me, nothing like that. I just like Podbean, and honestly, this is one of the first, or it is the first, not one of, but the first podcast and hosting platform that I've actually used. But I have, before I got Podbean, I started looking to other platforms, and I have been, even after, actually, not too long ago, when I realized that I didn't have any more space here on Podbean, I was like, shit, let's go try and look for some free ones. But then I looked at the upgrade options here on Podbean. I was like, nah, fuck that. Let's just upgrade, honestly. All right, but I don't even know where I was at. Oh, but this podcast, okay? At first, I was like, yeah, it's going to help me create content, different things like that. But then I started to take it more seriously. I'm like, I might be able to share some products with you that I endorse through like sponsorships like that and stuff. If companies reach out to me, which still might be a while, I still have a very low audience number and stuff like that. But it's just honestly another way to share information, whether it be about my business, to open your eyes about the business opportunity that is happening currently right now. And Forbes has it down, especially in this cannabis industry. That's a whole different podcast for a different day. But whether it be sharing the business opportunity, whether it be sharing the product and the benefits of it, and showing you who has extremely benefited from it, that's what it is. Or even just sharing, honestly, maybe some mindset stuff like this, maybe some stuff that you can actually put into use, maybe some business stuff. All right, that's what it's all about. Okay, and just a note that I want to get off now, before I forget about. At the end of this, you will be hearing about my new posting schedule as to how I'm going to post these. I'm really cracking down on my consistency to try to get them consistent and really pushing for it. All right. So, like I was saying, I chase happiness. I chase long-term happiness. And what I'm doing right now, I understand that I don't see it as a disability. I see it as true happiness. I see it as I'm going to make it through this. I'm going to fucking make it out on top, and all the people that doubted me are going to fucking either beg me for help. They're going to say, well, you had this, this, and this to help you, and they're going to make up excuses just as they do now. All right? Or even they're going to be like amazed and say, wow, and then give me credit, which I don't really care. Of course, I'd love to fucking stick it to people, and I can't wait. Because there is a lot of people at my high school that do doubt me, but it's going to be super exciting to see what this future holds, because especially next year, that's going to be super fucking exciting as to what happens and different things like that, but we will see. All right, guys. But back to the happiness topic, all right? If you're not chasing happiness in life, if you're not pushing to say, hey, let's not chase the money, the girls, the things, let's chase the happiness. And an easy question, if you want to find out what you're doing right now is going to make you happy, you literally ask yourself that question. In 10 years, am I doing what I truly want to be doing? Do you want to do this for the next 10 years, what you're doing now? If the answer is no, you need to get the fuck out of there. All right, that's as simple as I can put it. You need to start up a side hustle like my dad and I are doing now. All right, we see it technically is a side hustle, but to us, this is our life. All right, and I've talked about it before. I have my little vision board. On it, I have a piece of paper that says, this is my journey, this is my process, this is my life. All right? Right next to us, it says fucking clouds and dirt. All right? Clouds and dirt, baby. This is the dirt. My head, when I'm thinking about the potential future, I'm like, those are the clouds. I have to live in both. I can't live in one or the other, because if I just live in the clouds, nothing is going to get done, and I'm honestly not going to be anywhere, and I'm just going to be considered a dreamer, what I would call a dreamer. All right? On the flip side, the dirt. Of course, you could be putting in all this fucking work, but you will have no sense of a goal of what you're working towards. All right? And if you're stuck in that, you're going to be stuck in this consistent stage of potential unhappiness, because you don't know where to go, and you don't understand, you don't see the growth that you have had over the time. Okay? And if you're unable to see that, then you're unable to push yourself and get to the place that you want. All right? And it's super hard. So I have both. Clouds and dirt. Fucking clouds and dirt, baby, all right? I understand this is the dirt part of the process. I have to keep working towards it and push myself to get to the best. Okay, it's not easy. And at times, it sure in the hell is not fucking fun. All right? It's difficult. Of course it's fucking difficult. But I can get to the place I want. All right? So that's what you have to recognize. Is it's going to happen. We're going to get there. But let's just focus on the happiness part. Let's just focus on actually putting in the work to get to that happiness. Okay? Because if you're doing whatever you're fucking doing right now, if you're not happy, I need you to get the fuck out of there. All right? And I'm not saying don't come back to me and say, "But Cody, I can't quit my job." I'm not saying to quit your fucking job right now. I'm just saying the time that you do have. Okay, let's do some math. I'm literally pulling up my calculator right now. I've seen people do this shit before. All right, but let's see the difference. Okay, I'm going to start off with we all have the same amount of time. A billionaire such as Warren Buffett, Grant Cardone, Gary Vee, that's all, honestly, all I can think of right now. Elon Musk, all these different fucking people. We all have 24 hours, all right? I'm doing this on my phone. 24 hours. I put that on my calculator. Minus, okay? Say you do get the 8 hours of sleep, all right? I'm being generous, all right? Maybe you need 7. Maybe you can live on 6. Maybe you need 9 or 10. I don't give a fuck. But what we're going to do is 8, all right? We're going to do 8. So let's say everyone has 8 hours of sleep, all right? 24 minus 8. You have 16 more hours, all right? Say you have a 9 to 5 and you do work, let's just say 10 hours, all right? Maybe you work more, maybe you work less. I'm just saying 10 hours, all right? Now you have 6 more hours. 6 more fucking hours, all right? Let's give you an hour for eating. So let's say dinner. So that's another hour. And playing with your kids. That'll be 1 hour in total, all right? You have 5 more fucking hours left. What are you doing in those 5 hours? You're watching House of Cards. You're watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians. You're on Instagram scrolling through, looking at all the fucking people that are becoming successful. Or they might be fucking, I don't even know what to call them. Jack-offs, to put it the nicest way. Jack-offs that pose as having this some sense of lifestyle of going to their bank and taking out $1,000 and throwing it on their bed and taking a picture and going straight back to the bank and depositing that shit. All right? Or they're renting a Lamborghini, or they're renting or really any fancy car, Mercedes, Lexus, whatever car. And they're renting a suit and they're hiring girls off the fucking street and saying, "Hey, I'll pay you just fucking $10 just to stand in my video." All right? If there's jack-offs like that on the internet, all right, I'm not going to lie. There's people selling a fake lifestyle that they don't even have. Just because you're that one person that thinks that type of lifestyle is real. And of course it can be. If you do what it really is, which this is going into a whole fucking rat hole of questioning yourself, really, is does that Mercedes, does that Beamer, does that Rolls Royce, does that Bentley, if you want to even go higher class, do you truly like that? Or are you just fucking fronting for people? Because Sally next door, say you do have a Lexus and you're struggling and you can't quit your job that's paying $60,000 or $70,000 to settle for, say you're into sports, to settle for being a sports commentator or being a journalist in the sports niche, and for $40,000 because you can't sacrifice that job because you need that $60,000. That's keeping you afloat. That's keeping that house mortgage paid. That's keeping the house or the car lien paid. It's paying. All right. You can't quit that $60,000 a year annual income job because you need it, because that's what you're living off of, because you're living a big fucking lifestyle. All right, and this actually all the way goes back to happiness. Why are you doing something that is making you unhappy? You have the choice. It actually is. You don't scratch that. You do have the choice, but it is your fucking responsibility for your own happiness. All right, if you're unable to take that into control and take that responsibility, then do not complain. Do not complain one fucking minute. Because if you understand, you recognize that, oh, I have the control and I am responsible for where I take my life, but yet I won't, you have a fucking problem. All right? You need to change that. No one else is going to do that for you. You have to recognize that. It is your life. You got one. You have one fucking life, people. One life that cannot be explained any other way. One life, people. Do not waste it. Do not waste it chasing bullshit that you don't need. Why are you spending 2 hours a day watching TV and scrolling through Instagram while you could be using that to be putting in work on your side hustle? While if you want to go practical, go fucking garage sale and flip items on eBay. I used to do it. I used to do it at 15, I want to say, or 16. One of the two. It's really not that hard, people. It is not. And you can honestly start right now with the shit that you have in your closet. Those clothes, those shoes, those electronics, anything. Those toys, that sports stuff, the sports cars. You have so much fucking shit that you can get sold for an extra $100 a week. And then you can up it and go invest that into things you purchase at a garage sale, and you can start doing retail arbitrage, or really I like to call it the flip life, because retail arbitrage is more mainly focused on going to Marshalls, I can't even think of other places, Walmart, like clearance aisles and stuff like that, different things like that, and purchasing things for cheaper and then reselling them. It's literally what big companies do. They purchase things in mass quantities and then resell it. It's Walmart does it in a mass quantity, all right? And you can do it too. It's very simple. Fucking YouTube it. Google it. You can figure it out. It's not that hard, people. All you need is a PayPal, an eBay, and you can get it set up and start fucking selling shit. Even better, you can go local. You can go OfferUp, LetGo, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, different things. All right, so don't even trip. You can make that time for the side hustle. You just don't want to. You don't want to sacrifice your house of cards, or fucking keeping up with the Kardashian, or Instagram, or Twitter, or YouTube. What the fuck you watch? Netflix, maybe. All right? Maybe you watch Bird Box. Yeah, it's kind of old, but is that what it's called? I don't even fucking remember. But you have one life, people. One fucking life. What are you going to do with it? All right? That's honestly all I have for you today. I just want to talk about happiness, and I know that this podcast is going to be on the longer side. And if you've made it this far in the podcast, I want to thank you. I fucking appreciate you if you listen to this all the way. if you have gotten to this place, put in the little comment section down below. Let's see. What can we say? Just put hustle. No. Scratch that. Happiness. Put fucking happiness. All right, down below. All right, guys. Like I said a little bit earlier, I wanted to talk about the posting schedule. All right, since I did commit to $108, I'm trying to get more consistent on this, and soon building it up to every day, all right, or maybe every weekday or something. But currently I have it at Tuesday and Thursday. Those are my 2 days that I post my podcast, and I'm trying to get as consistent as possible, and I'm trying to pre-record podcasts to make sure I do have them, and I might start amping them up to create more content and just more things. All right, that's honestly all it is. So, with that being said, guys, I would love for each and every one of you guys out there to have a wonderful day, night, or morning, whatever time zone you guys are in. And I love you all. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day. See you guys.